Staying To MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of Urban Warfare as we get into the campaigns of the Casper Kaisha. And last time, well, we went on a flashpoint and we got rewarded with a Battlemaster part. Yay. So, yeah, we've been stiffed a little bit by our employer, but there are a couple of really nice missions currently on this planet that we're going to go around and sort of annihilate as we blast our way through. Still need to work on our MRBC rating. We need to get that higher so we can start taking higher level missions. After all, we have the mechs, we have the pilots. Come on, MRBC, just give me permission to start taking the really hard missions. Either that or we may have to end up going to grab a couple of missions just to increase our rep with a couple of factions. Going to actually ally with one of the factions will give us access to their special faction store, but we all know what I think about actually buying parts instead of stealing them. Anyway, Insurgent Leader. We've had confirmation from several sources that the leader of an insurgent cell backed up by the magistracy of Canopus is moving in the open. This is a rare opportunity to take out one of the primary enemies of the legitimate local government regime here in Adrar. Additionally, we'll include a bonus payment if you're able to destroy all the target's escorting units. This will be 2.5 skulls, 3 out of 14 party salvage, 59,400 C-bills, and at 2.5 skulls, there is a chance that he's an assault mech. Just putting that out there. We currently have a 75, 65, and 100-ton mech, but we're still running a 55-ton mech as sort of our backup support unit. That, of course, being Casper in her Kintaro, which can fly. Quite significantly fly, too. So the insurgent leader is located way off there in the corner. Enemy supporting forces are right there, and the reinforcements coming in from a distance. If we move quick, we might be able to engage these supporting forces immediately. We've already identified 2 unknown tank vehicles. Not quite certain they're going to end up being, but we'll get on the move. Something I have been considering, at least for this Atlas, is maybe giving it like jump jets or something. I think I do want to make a jumping assault. Preferably, we'd like to get our hands on a Vector. Oh, crap. We have a problem. One of you is either a Manticore or potentially even as bad as an LRM carrier, and that is quite clearly not a good thing. We're going to bounce up here and see exactly what it is we're getting involved with so we can see everything. Hi, Thunderbolt. We've got an unknown 60-ton vehicle, which could be a launcher, and an SRM carrier. I'm so happy we decided to go for the full-on jump. Lucky for us, it's ramshackle as all heck, so we should be able to annihilate it in fairly short order. There, we've got like 12 SRM-6s, which are now totally cluttering up the loot table. We're only going to be getting SRM-6s, I'm quite positive, by the end of it. Unfortunately, I'm willing to bet that you're another carrier of some description, and that's going to suck on several levels. Alright, Thunderbolt, go and engage the other Thunderbolt, probably just with his large laser. Yep, so engage. I was so hoping it would hit his head, because if it hit his head, I think that's a kill. It would have been, yes, it would. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Rough terrain moving, opening fire on the Kintaro, missing us with all the weapons. Unfortunately, more importantly, it reduced our evasion by 1, which has me scared, because it's going to be down to 3 pips of evasion by the time Mr. Super Heavy over here, at least not super heavy, but by the time Mr. Final Initiative gets on the move. I'm going to sprint on forward with as many people as possible. Oh, crap, should not have done that. I just realized. Stray shots. They're going to bounce into me. It's going to be painful. All right, let's go see what this Striker's going to do. Striker backing up, out of line of sight, but he still has LRM, so he can lob them our way. We're going to take a couple of stray shots as we do it. So the Orion can probably take all this damage. I'm not all that concerned, but the Kintaro is not going to be great. No, seriously, this stack up here was incredibly stupid. Because if that's a carrier, and I think it is, then they're both going to get shot at a lot. So this is about to be quite painful. It is an SRM carrier, and it has begun to engage, blasting at us. We only have 3 pips of evasion. Granted, we are at a range, so that did help out a lot. I think I saw a headshot. Yeah, we got a headshot on that one. Casper's gonna be out in the hospital for a little while. That is unfortunate. That's the most irritating thing at the moment. I need to get another injury-resist cockpit like Reach has in his Atlas, because taking those random injuries for no bloody reason is so much fun. Let's go kill this SRM carrier before we can actually do anything else, and then I'll see if I can't mob this guy, although he's going to be able to move first, isn't he? Alright, so both of the SRM carriers are now down. Seriously, that headshot is the most annoying thing about the whole thing. Everything else, don't really mind. The headshot, oh yeah. Because that's like, what, 14 days? We purchased an entire pod just to get the medical increase, didn't we? So, yeah, not incredibly happy. However, we can engage this Thunderbolt, who's currently out in the open. So, precision strike? Oh, so tempting. You know what? I'm going to do it. We're just going to roll for the head. He's so incredibly weak that there's a chance. Didn't happen. Keep firing. And there goes half the mech. Lovely. What's left, actually? He's lost his large lasers, so he still has all his brawling medium lasers. So that can actually do quite a bit of damage. A little bit of long-range firepower coming in from off-map. A decent number of missiles. Could be a dragon. LRM 10. I don't think that was 15. Rangeable. Can you actually get forward? You can, and you will be able to engage from this range with a large laser. I'm going to do it because I do want to get the Thunderbolt moving forward before all hell breaks loose. Open fire. It's not actually going to make him at all unsteady, but I had small numbers of hope that, again, would hit the head, blow the whole thing apart, and we'd have a nice, easy time of it. Didn't happen that way, but we had dreams. Kintaro now tanking more SRM shots from the side. I don't believe the Atlas is going to get in range, if I'm completely honest, or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, we're in good range, too. Hi, buddy. We've brought the 100-tonner. 1, 2, and he's dead. Splat. So, faceplant for the Thunderbolt. Nice job there. We've taken out most of the supporting enemy forces. The reinforcements should be on the way at some point, and we know that he is some kind of heavy up here. So that will be something we deal with. More incoming missiles from on far will hit the Orion and damage it. Fortunately for us, the Orion is pretty tanky. We try and max out our armor all of the time because it helps out quite a bit with keeping everything alive. Let's put it up here and see if we can't put our boot through it. Gone. There are going to be so many SRM 6s on that loot table. It's going to be more than a little ridiculous. Oh, by the way, recently, back on Saturday, we started streaming using Restream. So now we're going to be streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube for our stream days. We did have some minor technical problems in that I didn't quite set the profile up properly, and so it recorded in a slightly lower than intended format. That has been resolved, and so you can expect the streams to be in as high quality as they normally should be. But yeah, that was a small minor mistake that I wasn't super happy about when I found out, but small technical teething problems when we were moving through to an entirely different system of, going through our streams. So if you prefer Twitch, it will now be an available option for you on the streams. If you want to get a link to the Twitch, I will probably try and remember to put it in the description down below, but it's also can easily be found on the Discord, as I have linked it there. If you want a link to the Discord, I know for a fact that's going to be in the description down below, so feel free to join and check it out. But yeah, things went out quite well, actually, on Saturday. We had the most number of people watching that we've ever had. We had 20 people on YouTube and 5 or 7 people on Twitch. It was actually really fun, and we had a ton of joy with it. I can't wait to see how they're going to handle Starfleet Command, whether or not they'll like it or not. They seem to enjoy BattleTech, so fingers crossed on that one. We will be showing off more of the Next Generation mod when it comes to Wednesday's stream, with any luck anyway. So Atlas coming forward, nice and slow, as we're about to get involved in another fight. Unfortunately, we're fighting uphill. He's a 60-tonner, probably a dragon. I kind of want to lean that he's a dragon. And a Centurion. Oh, that's interesting. Orion taking a couple of hits, but it's not really going to be that big of a deal. The Orion should be able to just waltz in there and blitz him with a ton of firepower. I can actually jump to engage. I'm going to bet he's a dragon. That's my bet. Are you a dragon? Oh, quick draw. Whoops. I was wrong. Precision strike. He's going to have a ton of pilot injuries if we want to take this thing intact. We're going to have to blow his head clean off. And we hit his head once. Lovely. So that's the first pilot injury on the head, which does weaken it. The important thing about that weakening is that it will now be more vulnerable to other major weapons. It's got, right now, 56 health. So any 60 damage weapon is going to tear it off. We don't have a 60 damage weapon, but that's just the thing we need to keep in mind. Wolverine will be easy to knock out. I think the Centurion might actually be more dangerous. Quick draw turning and engaging the Thunderbolt. What? I thought the quick draw was turning. Apparently not. Who's the PPC guy on the medium? Well, probably a Vindicator. Do we see him? It was a Vindicator. It's an Avenging Angel Vindicator, which is a pretty cool Vindicator, if I do say so myself. And I have. But he's not going to last very long. Let's blitz into the bottom of this Wolverine. I think we hit him center torso with that large laser, which is lovely. And we have managed to carve through his center torso and his side torso. He's about to have a really bad day. Let's just waltz right up in here because, hi, you come to the close range combat circuit. Okay, maybe I should have called shot that one just to guarantee the center torso hit with the AC-20. But he is going to go down on the ground and should be easy for us to clean up within fairly short order. Although we do, of course, also have to worry about the Centurion. I think, though, that in this position, the Centurion may not be able to actually get into walking range. Quick draw, gonna waltz on forward by 2 inches and open fire on the Kintaro. Blitzing it with all its weapons. Hit us a couple of times. Nothing too terrible as of yet. I wonder who would actually win this fight. Who am I kidding? It'd be probably the quick draw. Because the quick draw at the end of the day can just walk up to us at point blank range and nail us. Yeah, go center torso. He is gone. And then we set off his ammunition. Beautiful. That's actually the whole reason why we have this SRM6++. It has an additional critical chance to hit, which was the intended purpose of it. Blow it open with the AC-20s, and then set off all the ammunition with the SRM6s. It should work out relatively nice. Some of the time. Okay, we haven't really gotten it to work quite the way we want it, but you get the idea. I don't want to move too close to him. I also don't want to be too slow, because if I'm too slow, then he can easily hit me just with weapons. But if I'm... So I need a pip of evasion at least, jeez. But I don't want to jump. I really don't want to jump. But that appears to be my only option. Bounce. Hop over here. Go for precision strike. Yes, we're going to just continually go for them. 4% chance to hit. If I can just continually pound his head, maybe I should get machine guns for this, then we might be able to actually steal the mech without too much trouble. Although we really don't need it. Although 60-tonner... Well, we have a 55, which is quite nice. Point blank range nailed us with the PPC. That's actually rather impressive. Good job there. Readout. Would you mind just annihilating this guy here? I have faith. I no longer have faith. You were supposed to kill him and you did not. Range Bull can get into punchy range, but Range Bull is going to do something very similar to this Vindicator. Do I bother? No, we're just going to keep blasting away. We're going to try and save the precision strikes so that I can just continue to mess with this guy. Amlarium ammunition explosion. So half his mech is now gone. He still has his PPC, but Reach is about to get over there. So Reach should be able to blow him apart. 20% damage reduction. A lot of hits on that one, despite all of our evasion. Seriously? That was rather impressive, actually, from the quick draws perspective. Alright, Reach. Let's go bust open this guy. I know, it's not super great to be firing at somebody from the front, but he's gone. Holy crap, that fired a heck of a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, there goes the Centurion. Now, the only thing we have to worry about is our little buddy over here, the Avenging Angel, who can hit like a truck, let's be fair, but he also doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of armor. He hit us again. I may just turn around and punch him, just to send a message. Gasbert, it's time to keep fighting. I can't really afford to do too much more in terms of burning. Okay, go for the precision strike. Target that head right there. We're just going to keep shoving rounds into it. Nope, no hits on that one. Readout. The Orion can basically just walk up and blitz you. Could shoot you, or I could punch you. Either way, it's actually going to work out quite nicely. It'll be 95 damage and 95% chance to hit, and he's gone. Ah, the Orion. Kerensky's favorite ride. Even though, you know, he designed the other one. He designed the Atlas, but he drove an Orion. We're going to sprint on over here, see if we can't just provide a little bit of support, because she kind of needs it. Casper's been fighting a heavy all on her own. Doing a good job of it, but still fighting all on her own. And the fact that she only has a 20% damage reduction is starting to be a little bit of a problem. I kind of wish that I had not gone in the direction that I had gone with her in terms of her upgrades, but there's no helping it anymore. Do I run? I could sprint and try and get onto you. Yeah, next turn. Next turn will be our engagement with you, sir. So, hello. My name is Atlas, and I'm probably going to break the crap out of you. Rush on over here. We're going to come over here. Another precision strike, 5% to the head. Go to the head. Thank you. And we're just going to keep flooding him with missile fire. Eventually, maybe we'll get something. Now, just not being lucky on this one. Give me range ball. No, not range ball. I want readouts. Readout can run up here, and we'll take a pot shot. We'll use another called shot. Because if it hits with the AC-20, then he's just dead. Did not hit with the AC-20. Well, kind of did. We blew off his arm. So there's that working for us. And then Range Bull can just walk up and blitz him with a whole bunch of lasers, which is a fairly effective strategy. Well, it's not incredibly effective. Not against something that has a ton of armor. But then again, he doesn't have a ton of armor, so it should be just alright. So we've destroyed his jump jets. We've weakened his armor pretty considerably. He's having a bit of a bad day. It's now up to him and see exactly what he wants to do. It looks like he's booking it. And he's going to open fire a lot into the Kintaro. But now... Oh, another head. Are you... Another 2 weeks to the injury. I hate this pilot now. Would you please just annihilate him now? Please don't. Thank you. Thank you for that. We're getting a quick draw. It only took 2 headshots, and if I'm going to be completely blunt, I don't think 2 headshots was worth it. No, seriously, was not worth it at all. But we have a quick draw now. And the Kintaro also took a ton of hits, so it's going to be in repair. But I only need the one part. Are you kidding me? That just feels even more a hollow victory. I'm going to stack up on the quick draw, that way I can get another one fairly quickly. There doesn't appear to be anything else that we need. Ooh, hang on a sec. Yeah, there's a couple of really nice SRM6s. So remember how I said this entire thing was going to be totally taken up? The +2 damage, +4 damage to this is a nice one. Might throw that one in the Atlas. The additional damage will be lovely. Alright, can I get the other 2 quick draw parts? I did not, but I will have one to start out the next one. So, worth it. Sort of ish. Okay, the quick draw is not worth it. The SRM's very interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We've got a 60-ton mech to build, and let's be brutally honest with ourselves. 60-ton mechs are not exactly great. They have some serious flaws. 55-ton mechs are honestly just a little bit better in terms of having better loadouts for speed. 75-ton mechs are fairly nice. Sprogue has a chart that he can show anybody who actually wants to see it in the Discord, but... Alright, the quick draw 4Gs are among the fastest and most maneuverable of the heavy mechs with decent weaponry. That's a lie. They suffer from problematic heat buildup when using all their features at once, so some caution is needed. And yeah, that's what I figured we were going to have a problem with. We're totally overloaded. So let's go grab our 45 tons. Yeah, we're going to put you into storage. Alright, so we are slowly creeping up in tonnage, which is a bit of a problem. Not a huge one, just minor. And the Kintaro needs a repair. That'll take us a day. Casper's out for a month. God darn it. It'll be structural reinforcement in 5 days. How close am I to being able to get... Yeah, we're going to need to get this one, which we're getting structural reinforcement. So Gamma Pod's next. As much as I wanted to get Mech Bay 3 just to open things up, although Mech Bay 3 might not be a terrible idea. It's also 30 days. Either way, we're stuck with a month of upgrades on that one. But bring us over to the Mech Bay, because we have a brand new quick draw. The quick draw will move up to the heavy category, and everybody moves down. There we go. So you are currently on the shopping block for the next one. He'll probably get rid of. Or maybe the Enforcer. It's only a 50-tonner. No, we need at least one 50-tonner, because the limits on the mech tonnages are going to be a maximum tonnage of 200 tons in total, with a maximum tonnage per mech of 55. So we need a 50-tonner, which is the Enforcer, and then we also need the 35-ton Firestarter. Yeah, that's how that's got to work. And then, of course, we fill it out with all the other things. I'm speaking, of course, for the flashpoints with the light mission, light tonnage limits. All right, let's go build us a quick draw, max it out. We've got 14 tons to spend. Obviously not ideal. Goes down to 25 and pull 1, 2, 3. That'll be fine. Alright, so 14 tons to spend. We've got 4 energy, 2 missile, and 5 potential jump jets. Now, what kind of jump jets do you use? Heavy jump jets, which cost a ton, so obviously not ideal. We could put as many as 5 of them on there, but we're probably not going to bother. So no ballistics, obviously. We can't afford them. Energy, on the other hand, we do have some very nice PPCs. A quick draw with a PPC would be a rather interesting thing. We could just do something like that and never be able to fire both weapons at the same time. Literally, generating 40 heat per shot would be a little ridiculous. The stability damage, on the other hand, is rather remarkable. 50 stability damage. How much would an AC-20 do? That'll deal more stability damage than an AC-20. Ooh, I could go for a stab capper. That is not a thing. I have invented it just in this moment, but that and that gives me 1 ton of SRM ammo, which is very light. And this would just deal stupid amounts of stability damage. Like, this would be the way to knock people over. 4 damage plus 2 stat, yeah. So, this heat efficiency that we've got right here. Ooh, we're generating 29 heat per turn. It's the PPC that kills it. It really, really is. Large laser might be a better idea. We do need do we need a second ton of SRM ammo? We've got 100 rounds here, right? Yeah. We do need that second ton. I wish we had half tons in the base game, but we do not, which is a little bit of a problem. Or we could just spam out on medium lasers. I mean, we've got 50 of the darned things. Medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, and medium laser. And then that gives us 2 tons to cram into trident. Yeah, we can't do that. Give me the larges. The larges are better investments. They literally are. Like, a large laser is a superior heat problem requirement. 42. It will deal no stability damage. That's kind of the problem that I don't want, though. the lack of stability damage sucks. Also, we can't use any support weapons over here. And I do kind of want to do some stability damage on this thing. Just to, like, stack up all kinds of pain and difficulty for the enemy. But that may not end up being a thing. Just would be really nice to add in a PPC, but the heat is just stupid high. And it's a ton overweight. I mean, the ton overweight we can handle, but the heat. Fires the PPC from long range. Then he fires the SRMs when he gets in close. Fires the PPC whenever he can. Fine! I've convinced myself to do it. Bring this to 70, and then trim. We're almost there. 105. Oh, getting skinny on the legs. And then give me 2 more off of this. Yeah, that'll work. More or less. Sort of. Ish. Kind of. The PPC just doesn't really... It doesn't mesh with it. Because well, actually, with a good enough pilot, the PPC would. Because the PPC has a minimum range of 90 meters, and most of the pilots have, like, minus 45, minus 90, or minus however many meter range. So we'll do that. Why? Because it amuses the heck out of me. And I think it would be an interesting combination of things. Just trying to knock people over with this mech. This will take us a grand total of 5 days to build, but 1 day is for the Kintaro, and I more care about the Kintaro, if I'm completely honest. It is my flying Kintaro, and I like my flying Kintaro. Quick check of our MechWarriors, see if anybody's actually leveled up with that one. Hey, she's got enough for guts, which will give her 2 health. Yay. Yeah, minus 90 meters minimum range. So, you put PPC on her, then it doesn't even really matter. It's as good as an ER PPC. Minus indirect fire penalty? Oh, but we're so close to the final threshold. I need double that. I think I'll save for it just in order to get a 10 pilot. Max evasion. This gives us additional sprint. This gives me the minus 90 minimum range. But let's be honest, Reach drives a bloody Atlas, so it doesn't really need either one of these things. Yeah, we'll just go up to bring them to an 8 pilot. Read out!
What's up, boss?
I could do it just to give you 7s across the board. Yeah, we'll do that. That way she's 7s with an 8 specialty. And then River is not there yet. Command center, let's go grab another contract. We have more than enough mechs. We don't need to wait around. Escort mission or the battle in the lowlands. I'm going to take the battle in the lowlands. Why? It's more fun. And the escort mission will also take forever, but hey, we can do it. All right, bring me a Kintaro. Well, Kintaro heads... Oh, this is our fire support head capper. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I have no problem with it. River, grab that. It's a 2-skull mission. We may as well give something a little bit out of the ordinary a chance. So this Kintaro is loaded to the gills with LRM-5s. And in fact, I actually need to swap out one of those LRM-5s because we've recently got a slightly better LRM-5. The idea is that every single time that you fire a launcher with missiles that fires multiple times, you only benefit from the called shots cluster bonus once. So if you want to try and not guarantee, but do a better chance of getting those headshots that you're looking for, then the goal is to get as many weapons as possible firing, because it doesn't really matter that you have fewer weapons to fire a ton of times. We'll talk about more after aggressive intrusion. Our intelligence confirms a alliance of pirate military units is engaged in maneuvers on Nadrar within the region we control. This is an aggressive action, and local government operations are at risk as long as the alliance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy alliance and eliminate it. 314, 99.9 thousand C-bills at 2 skulls. So anyway, as we were saying, if you want to go and try and get the most out of your called shot, you need the most number of weapons that you can throw in there. So because we're not going to be using LRMs for this, we'd be super far away from the enemy, a whole ton of LRM-5s on a mech like a Kintaro, which has a ridiculous number of missile hardpoints, I think it's like 5 of them, will allow us to keep up a pretty okay chance of rolling basically 5 times at nearly infinite range to try and grab headshots. I don't know if it's going to work. When it comes to tonnage, it's actually not terrible, because the LRM-5 is relatively light. I believe it's 2 tons as opposed to the 3 that it's supposed to be. So we have dropped down and let's go kill people. So River will be driving that with her 5 LRMs and single medium laser. Should be more or less fine with the heat, but let's get her underway. Where is the actual way to get down this hill? There it is, okay. So we're just going to rush everybody as quick as you like. And we'll get over top of this hill and we'll annihilate everybody. And then we'll go probably take the last mission on the planet. I think this will go relatively. I shouldn't use her to scout. I really should not be using her to scout. She's not designed for it. She's literally not designed for it. Oh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. This is a little bit more than a pirate lance. This is 2 pirate lances. I'm fairly positive that I just haven't seen 2 other units. Also, once she gets the minus 90 meter minimum range, then it'll be kind of ridiculous. 30-ton spider. I'm gonna blast the... Oh, missed. Looks like it actually hit, but it did not. Must have gotten dissipated in the trees. So we have a light mech to worry about. I'll probably just bombard him with a whole bunch of LRM fire. Who's our other light? Way off in the distance, I figured. Okay, at least we're lucky. Oh, there's 3 lights. And I didn't see you quite... Well, why is this not stacked properly? 55-ton mech, and we're good. Alright, so, River.
What can I do for you?
River can try and find a location, or River can bombard. That'll be a 70% chance. I quite like those odd civil position over here. We have identified a javelin, which we're not going to bother with. Fire the spider. Also, it's kind of interesting to fire LRM-5s just en masse at somebody. Obviously, as you can see, not the most ideal way of doing this. Had we just had a couple of much larger launchers, might have had more results, but it works out okay. So that's a lot coming down to the Kentaro, but the Kentaro is driven by River, who does have her brace capability on there, so she takes much less damage. There is one assault. Hi, Crab. And you're going to damage my Kentaro quite a lot. Let's go see if we can't stop them from hurting my Kentaro anymore, because I'm not quite happy about it. Also, I don't know what their assault is, and I fear that it may be some... Yeah, it's this vehicle over here. And more LRM fire coming in on the Kentaro. Seriously, they just locked onto that Kentaro and they do not want to let it go. We're going to have to demonstrate why that's a bad idea. Anyway, how heavy are you? Unknown vehicle, we don't even know tonnage. That is unfortunate.
Yes, Command.
Had we known tonnage, we probably could have figured out whether or not it was anything really scary or not. Let's go kill a spider. I mean, I could shoot at the spider. Well, yeah, we're going to kill the spider. You missed! Okay, so it was a 55%, but still, you missed? That's unfortunate on many levels. Come around over here. Target the spider. It'll be okay, but I'd like to get a little bit closer or direct line of sight. Seriously, what is up with the geometry of this gosh darn hill? Get up here. You're gonna knock him over if nothing else. There we go. If he's not dead by this, I will be surprised, but if he's not dead, he'll be okay, he's dead. If he's not dead, he would have fallen over anyway. So we've already got one of their light scouts out, which, you know, obviously not ideal. Oh, crap. It is an LRM carrier. We've got a lot of rain coming in here. Oh. We gotta take care of that fast. Look at that. All the way up. 3.5 bars. We gotta get that Thunderbolt on the move. Reach.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Yeah, it did. That was fairly impressive, actually, if I'm completely honest with you. Don't have a really good shot at anybody. Shoot the javelin, because if you kill it... We hit him with a stray AC-20 shell. That was beautiful. Not gonna lie. Oh good, and he's engaging the Orion rather than the Thunderbolt, who's currently staggering and trying not to fall over desperately. Oh, I am beside myself with amusement. The fact that we nailed him with the AC-20 as the backup. River, go see if you can't get to the side. You can. Lovely. How far to the side? Quite far to the side, actually. Here's the problem. I don't want to be anywhere near that LRM carrier when he really starts getting involved. Yeah, I think I'm going to rain on the crab. I just want a side angle shot if I can manage it while still being in cover. I can, lovely. The reason why we want that side shot is because right now he has an open torso. And so if I just rain enough on that, I might be able to blow the entire half of the mech off. And that would, of course, be ideal. There, excellent, ideal. So side torso, that halves his damage almost. He still has his medium laser, but he's lost one of the largest, and he only has one left. So, excellent job there. Orion tanking even more shots, but the Orion is there to tank. That's half of its job. And it should bring us to the heavies. I don't know if the Orion will have the range to shoot at the LRM carrier. That's going to be an interesting problem. Oh. No. Comstar's here. This was not part of the plan. This was not part of the plan.
Report minimal damage.
Okay, so Comstar has shown up, although we don't know where just yet. I would like to finish wiping them out hopefully soon, and then we're going to go see if we can't steal some Comstar gear. I don't know if Comstar is going to actually have any, like, super special awesome stuff that we can steal, like double heatsinks, but I would like to dream. We've got way too many people now moving. This is not cool. No, seriously, the number that we're being outnumbered by is getting to be a little bit of a problem, especially because we have limited ways of dealing with that problem. Range bolt. Range bull can see it, but range bull will be standing out. Actually, take that back. Range bull can see it, but it's an obstructed shot.
Waiting for orders.
Readout can get the shot, and so that's exactly what Readout's going to do. I know it's risky, but you know what? It's probably the best way of keeping alive. LRM carriers to 90s across the board, so you're going to vigilance. So you're going to enter the guarded bulwark state despite standing out in the open. You're going to target this LRM carrier. Good, he's dead. It's too important not to. Destroy the enemy allied force. Wait, Comstar is working with these guys? That might actually be what's going on. If that's the case, that is... Why would Comstar be working with us? That's not good. Come over here. Target you. Oh, that's from the front. I'd like to get to the side, but I'm not going to kill myself to try and do it. Shed some stability. Oh, or I could potentially kill you. Yeah, blitz him. If I can clear out the light category, that might be nice. There goes half of his weapon systems. Even better. And then we still have the Atlas to move forward, and the Atlas can probably just kill this guy. If, you know, Reach can't actually hit the spot. Aha, the crab. Reach, blow him apart. Okay, not quite what I was hoping for. I mean, he's still intact and alive, but I will take that as a reasonable, acceptable secondary. Javelin gonna run forward and target the Atlas, which is reasonable. I mean, you're getting blasted up by an Atlas. Do you really want to mess with that too much? The answer to that question, in case you were wondering, is no. Now the spider gets to move. We'll knock the crab over with the Kintaro. It's already maxed out its stability problems, so we're just going to be able to use our LRMs to blitz him and he'll fall over. It'll be great. And maybe if we're incredibly lucky, we may even blow off the arm. So River is going to swing on over here. Get a pimp of evasion, but more importantly, able to easily target that crab. Show me the crab. Hi, crab. Now we're just going to start lobbing a whole ton of missiles your way. Actually, it's only 25, so it's not actually a lot. But more importantly, it's going to knock you over. And I can probably kill this guy with the follow-up from Readout, who will be able to shed a little bit of evasion. Centaurian maneuvering over to the side and gonna keep its back towards us. An interesting strategy. And we turn again. Wait. Oh, yeah, because Comstar's working with him. So they're technically a different fort, even though they're currently using the same icon. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, because they should be using separate ones. Oh, but maybe not, actually, because they're not hostile to both sides. They're just hostile to me. Hi, Readout. Would you like to just sort of continue to maneuver around? Oh, we're not going to be able to get into the cover that we so desperately desire. We can. We're just going to have to back up a little bit. Shift over here, and we are going to cook a little bit. Let's avoid that. So go center torso. Shut off the medium laser. Oh, shut off the SRM-6. And the medium laser. And fire. I don't want to do our special ability just yet, because she can use the coolant vent, which will shed most of our heat problems. We'll probably use that in the next turn just to keep the fire rate going at full power. So Orion's going to take a couple of hits on this one without too much trouble. So Readout handling it like a boss. She could actually just run up and start punching people. It's entirely an option we have at our disposal. Gonna come up to you. Do I want to... who would I like to kill? Really, I'd like to kill you, because you are just a major thorn in my side. He's really not, but also this will give me an excuse to keep the mech hidden behind several other mechs while we recover its stability problems. And not as good as I was hoping for, considering most of its weapons are contained within the torsos. Hi, can I get around? Oh, can I get up to his back? I saw it. I see it. 50%, but I can increase that. How much does Precision Strike increase it by? 4. I believe that's 20%. I'm gonna do it.
Moving to position.
Precision Strike. Precision Strike at this guy. Put it right in the center torso.
Targeted for now.
Okay, didn't quite go, but never mind. I take it back. I was about to say it didn't quite go as well as I had been hoping for, but no, it absolutely did. The SRM-6 is following up beautifully, and we've wiped out most of their mechs. At this point, they're down to 4 mechs remaining, and the Javelin's going to maneuver behind the Atlas and try and go for the shot. Or are you going to go for a shot? It's going for the Thunderbolt. Really wants to try and take our Thunderbolt out of the fight, even though the Thunderbolt can just basically turn around and punch him in the face, which we may end up doing because the heat problem is becoming a little bit of a problem. Not a huge one, but something to keep in mind and be, well, I was about to say moderately concerned with, but I'm really kind of not. A couple more shots coming into us, but as long as it doesn't get headshots, I'm kind of okay with that. We're doing okay right now with the tanking. So we shall fall back further. No, not quite as much of an option as I otherwise would have preferred. Oh, it's a striker. I was wondering, wait a second, the crab is still alive? Why did it stand up? And may go for the Wolverine? Because we're not going to hit that spider. Fall back a little bit more so that we can fall back over the road in the next turn. Yeah, kill him. You're close enough to it. Granted, this is going to give them basically an unimpeded movement, but it removes a mech from the equation entirely. So the pirate's dead. Now we're just screwing with Comstar, which I have turned this battle quite nicely so that we have the high ground and they do not. So a couple of fires going down on the Thunderbolt, but only managing to increase its unsteadiness a little bit. Thunderbolt does, of course, have coolant vent ready to rock and roll, so we should be able to get on top of that. And read out. Oh, you can shoot down from on high. You don't say. So first things first, coolant vent. Lock that down. Now we're going to aim down at you. Turn on the medium laser on the SRM-6. And dealing a lot of damage to that arm that I quite honestly wasn't intending to, but we'll work with it anyway. He's been hit by an AC-20, he's in unsteady. So we should actually be able to follow up with the Atlas. It'll be quite nice. Striker maneuvering kind of slowly, trying to be inconspicuous as to what's going on, blasting into the right side of the mech, which, ooh, armor's getting low. That's a problem, actually. Because I don't want to have to worry about putting the Orion into, not storage, but you get the idea. Walk up, step on him, cool off. Hi, goodbye, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Excellent. We did 160 damage to the front of that vehicle, and it is gone. And also, that'll chill us out a lot. Thanks to the least of a round of shooting.
I'm ready.
And can I get the side angle? I can. With good accuracy, too. Lovely. I'm going to go Precision Strike, just to see if I can't guarantee hits. Didn't quite guarantee nearly as much as I was hoping for, but we did get the knockdown, so he's going to be further down in the movement phase, which means I get to take advantage of that, because he's still got a spider. So he did lose his large laser. And now we've just got the Spider and the Wolverine left to deal with. Spider's going to maneuver over to the side, continue to engage the Thunderbolt, which honestly I think is a bit of a mistake. Should have kind of gone for a readout in the Orion. You had a chance of getting through that armor and maybe... Well, you couldn't have set off the explosion, the ammunition, because we didn't have our stuff hidden there. Ooh, just run up for... Yeah, let's just run up for a 70 damage punch. Hi! Oh, that was beautiful. And we're inspired. That's what we like to see. Read out. That would be unsteadiness. We'd like to avoid that, but we'll just maneuver over here. Take aim. Heat is a bit of a problem. Shot off the medium laser. That'll be taken care of. I was kind of actually hoping to hit that side torso to blow it cleanly off. SRM ammunition explosion, though, so he's down to a single medium laser. Range Bolt going to come in with the Thunderbolt. We'll get nice close up and personal with him. And see if we can't just start cutting through the CT. So I don't know if we can deal enough damage in one round, but it's close, and we did it. Nice. So we did not get a headshot on this one, and I also don't think we got any penetrations, although the armor got quite low on a couple of mechs. So good job all around by everybody. So just going to double check once we get to the actual equipment screen whether or not we did get any actual penetrations, but I think we managed to avoid it. We had, what, 38 health left on the one? Yes, the Thunderbolt here just taking damage. Came down to 47 for a low there. 20 on the arm. Ooh, that gave 7 on this arm before he would have been had to put in for repairs. This came down to 33. Not bad. Everybody picks up a little bit of experience. No injuries, and these will be immediately ready for the next mission. What do we want to grab? Honestly, none of this stuff was all that interesting. You guys got anything special? Could grab an AC-10, but it's not super useful to me. I have 11 of those. Small lasers, heat sinks, really, we fought Comstar, and Comstar didn't have jack that we care about. No, seriously, it's all terrible. And apparently, an SRM... Where are all those LRM-20s? Oh, there they are. We'll grab the LRM-20s. because we have none of them, and at some point I would like to get my hands on a couple of mechs with a whole bunch of missile hardpoints that can support it. Picked the Wolverine part, which honestly is probably the best part we could have grabbed. It's a 55-tonner, which is not terrible. Could have grabbed the crab, but we don't really want to grab. If we're completely honest with ourselves, we have no desire for the crab, and the crab can go away. So we will just continue to chug along as such. So there is one more mission left here. It is an escort mission. We're going to have to just do a quick check-in on our MechWarriors, see if anybody actually managed to level up. Although, right now I believe we're putting Reach towards maximum guts. We're putting somebody towards maximum guts, and I just want to see what's there. Mainly because it doesn't let me actually look unless we actually make it there. So, barracks to the MechWarriors. Let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll. You're in the hospital for 30 bloody days. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Range Bull will be going for the maximum heat, because he's only 3,000 experience away from that. And I just want to see what 10 on the guts tree is right now. Okay, so that's everybody, and nobody's got anything special. Come over to the contract. Let's take the last mission on planet before we book it on out of here. Before, Comstar gets annoyed with us. And we're going to take this one for maximum salvage as well. 2.5 skulls. 5 of 22. It's going to be lovely. Same lance as last time. May as well. The Kentaro may not be the best idea ever, if I'm completely honest about things. But we're going to do it anyway. Because why not? Yeah, honestly, I should have swapped it out for either the Shadowhawk or just some other mech that actually had a more reasonable frontline armament. The LRMs are interesting, but they're not particularly powerful. Although they are fairly lightweight in order to get 5 missiles, but the 5 missiles deal so little damage compared to SRMs. Oh, we're working for the Magistracy on this one. So, appearances. Contravening all decency and acceptable behavior on this battlefield, the local pirate organization has been targeting our hospitals and medical supplies. We're seeking to redistribute our medical supplies to safer locations, but one convoy remains without a proper escort. That's where you come in. While pirate forces will be stretched thin attempting to intercept all of our separate shipments, you can expect that this one will not go unnoticed. 2.5 skulls, 5 of 22 priority salvage, 69,700 sea-bills, and we're working for the Magistracy this time. And apparently we're fighting over a borehole. Well, fighting around one, I suppose. Alright, let's go get to the medical convoy, and if you can believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. And we'll just get everybody rolling on forward. Ooh, this one actually is a little bit irritating in terms of elevation changes, which may be a problem. So we'll just get rushing everybody as fast as you can. We need to get everybody forward so that we can just sort of come down like the hammer of God. Not move, we shall sprint. That will identify the enemy way off there in the distance, but we should be mostly together at this point. The Atlas will fall behind a little bit, but that's kind of to be expected as it's an Atlas. They shake out to be a light and 2 mediums, that's not terrible. 35-ton light is a Jenner 7D, 4 medium lasers and an SRM-4. He decided he was only going to fire a single one of those lasers, so brilliant tactical planning apparently out of these people. And another mech is a 20-tonner, could be a Locust. I believe the only 20-tonner is a Locust. Yep, Locust 1V. So we got a pair of machine guns and medium laser to deal with. Opening fire, he missed but hit. So I gotta give him some credit for that one. He actually did manage to breeze up against us, which was not great. River.
What can I do for you?
What you're gonna do is you're gonna identify the third target, which is a Blackjack 1, a BJ1. So AC2 and the 4 medium lasers, which is not a terrible mech. It's just not a mech that we kind of want to keep our hands on. It's your original Blackjack that you get if you play the mainline story campaign. So we're just going to give him a little bit of love so they can deal with that. And 45-tonner, of course, shall be... Oh, it's a Hatchet Man! Oh, nice. We'd like to take this, actually. This would be the sort of thing that we would be interested in stealing. So the Blackjack BJ1 will maneuver off to the side and open fire with all of his cannons. And actually do a fairly decent job of that one. So the Kentaro has taken quite a bit of a beating already. Should probably pull it back. After all, this is a convoy mission, so there's multiple of these that we're going to have to deal with. Read out, come forward. Let's go blow somebody to little tiny bits. Hi. Hey, that was a fairly decent hit. Can we set off some ammunition? Hey, we blew off the entire side torso, so now he's extra vulnerable as we come around after him. Red Bull. Range Bull. Close enough. He's going to come up to just continually add on to the blitz and spreading damage all over the place, but anything that hits an arm or the side torso was getting channeled to the center torso, which makes it rather easy to burn down the BJ1. And now Reach can of course come in. He's not quite in range of the Hatchet Man, Really, he's not in a great position for a lot of things. 40 and 45 comes up here, gives us 45 and 40. So why don't we just chuck a whole bunch of shots your way? We hit the one, which blew off half of the mech, which was great. Haven't quite managed to expose the center torso, but we're pretty close. The thing about the Hatchetman we've got to worry about here is it does have an AC-10 on it, so it's a close-range Centurion, I guess, with slightly better speed. That might be a way to look at it. So Hatchetman, of course, is not quite as dangerous in this game as it is in Rogue Tech, where you can just go nuts with the additional supplies. Where the hell do you think you're going? No, seriously, that's actually kind of irritating that he's going so far away. Give me a direct line of sight. Mainly because I wanted to kill everybody relatively quickly, and now I'm going to have to waste a lot of time going after him. Yeah, just shell him. He didn't move all that fast. So we're just going to scatter a whole bunch of fire. That'll make you unevasive, which I suppose didn't really add all that much. And the Hatchman's going to walk forward, not all that fast. So clearly using his fire support capabilities a little bit more than his hatchet capabilities, which I believe is a little bit of the wrong thing to do. But that's just me. Read out. Let's come over here. I think it's time to just walk out of cover because we're going to kill 2 mechs this round at least. Ooh, nice job. Would have been better if you had, gotten a headshot, torn them completely apart. I did just remember that I did want to take this thing reasonably intact. So we're just going to slightly pace on over here. Precision strike. Go for the head. You've got a 5%, and you can't quite blow his head off for multiple reasons. But you can make him pained. Oh, lovely. That head has 11 health left. I'm quite happy to see that, actually. Come on forward, and I'm actually going to target the Jenner. Ooh, but if I target you, you're going to die.
Got it, Commander.
Jenner is dead and gone. So now the Hatchman will get to move, and he'll be able to move forward, but his head is so vulnerable. Oh, if I just fire a couple more good times, blow off a head, knock out a torso, push him over. Multiple... Oh, no, we do get to move first because the Locust. Ha! The Locust is actually screwing with them in terms of evasion. Managed to shoot our Kintaro, but we don't really care that much. The Kintaro is going to see if we can't go for... I think we'll have enough resolve for it. For the called shot on the head. So I only need a little bit more here. Yeah. Go for the precision strike. Ooh. No, we're going to knock him over. Please don't kill it, please don't kill it, please don't kill it, please don't kill it. We killed it. Damn it. Should have shut off a couple of the alarms. I wasn't certain, though, how close to a guarantee we were going to get the chance to kill him. Turn off this. And we still have some heat problems, so we're just going to go with this. This off, this off, this on. No. Yeah, do that. It doesn't take much to kill a Locust, just enough. Range will swing on over here, which is kind of irritating that we have to go backwards in order to take care of this. But the blocking force has to be killed somehow. Large laser off. That'll take care of all of our heat problems and just blizz them. I don't want to use my special abilities just so they'll be ready just in case it becomes very difficult. And reach. Just gonna aim down at him.
I'm walking here.
You've got 2 AC-20s. Do you need them? No. Yeah, I just don't want to accidentally run out of ammunition by the end of it. We only got 15 rounds, which is 7.5 rounds of shooting. Alright, let's get on the move now.
Heading out.
So we want to get everybody to the blocking force location. We'll be able to chill out, regain evasion, or not evasion, but stability. It'll be fine. Oh wait, I put you on top of a pedestal. Whoops. So the Thunderbolt's gonna have to be... Don't step in the thing. It is very important that we do not do. Because I want to make sure that the entire force is forward and ready to go by the time that all hell breaks loose.
On my way.
I'm not quite sure how this terrain is set up, but that's okay.
Standing by.
Rage Bolt. Keep up.
Moving.
Reach will get forward. He'll be able to stick with the convoy. You can just brace, and you can keep moving around the location, because we'll be moving off in this direction anyway. It'll be great. Okay, step on.
Moving to position.
Because we'll be ready to go very shortly. We'll get you to just walk right through it. Alright, the Lance is here. The vehicles are here. We got a mobile HQ, it looks like. Alright, let's get forward then, see if we can't run into the enemy before our little guys do.
Location confirmed.
So Ryan is startlingly quick.
Knowledge.
Wasn't expecting quite that much speed out of this thing. But we are, of course, close to it with the Thunderbolt, so the Thunderbolt should be able to make sure that it all keeps driving. Looks like they're taking a high road? Not quite clear what's going on. Well, that's okay. It is a shame that we're not getting the Hatchet Man. So we came very, very close to it, but 11 health left. Oh, so close. Unfortunately, we just fired slightly too many shots at it. Yes, convoy, stick close to each other. That's exactly what we need. And we'll just bring Range Bolt, and he can basically follow the convoy. Make sure everybody sticks together while we maneuver everybody else forward, including the Atlas, mainly because the Atlas takes forever to move in any direction other than, well, in any direction. So we want to keep it up ahead of the convoy. Jeez, that was a pretty quick sprint there. Are you all going to be able to move that fast? I hope so. Oh, there's Swiftwind Scout cars. Yeah, that's what I thought. Swiftwind Scout cars are completely unarmed. Of course, we've got a mobile HQ. This one is a large laser version. Select it. Oh, it's I thought mobile HQs had large lasers. Yeah, let's not accidentally stand there, but we are going to have to keep that in mind. Okay, so the convoys spread out as we were worried they would. If I step on here, they'll do something about it.
I'm walking here.
We'll figure out where the enemy is, and we'll get on top of them with heavy cannons, and then it'll be great. Just gonna take a little while to catch everybody up. Swiftwind Scout car is gonna sprint on forward, almost onto the target already, but that's to be expected. This thing is super quick. Completely unarmed, but super quick. Gives lots of information, although I don't think in-game it actually does anything other than serves as a target. Although it has 90 armor in total. I think most of our mechs right now are sporting more than 90 armor on their arms, which are some of the most least defended parts. Alright, Range Bolt.
Yeah.
Keep up with them. I know, it's slow. You want to go incredibly fast, but there's only so much we can do. Right, over there. You can move there. You can...
On the move.
Doesn't really matter, honestly. We'll get you in relatively close to somebody in short order. I'm not sure where they're going to spawn. Might be up there, and if that's the case, that's going to suck. Can you guys move? That's one. Activating the enemies, which we have identified already. There they are. It is up top. That's unfortunate.
Good work, Commander.
Swiftwind Scout cars are actually not going to be all that survivable either. So all three of those Scout cars are going to be sitting there to get shot at forever. Any luck, we'll be able to turn our mechs around before they can get shot in the back. It's going to be one of our biggest problems, actually. And our dropship arrives. Hello. Don't squish me. If you do, we'll have problems. So another Leopard dropping in, gonna pick up a couple of cars, even though the Leopard doesn't have vehicle bays. So that's a thing. We've got 4 light mechs. Oh, great. This is gonna be wonderful. Exactly what you want if you're trying to actually, you know, capture or keep light things safe. And a Locust 1M, even better.
I hear ya.
Okay. Get in a line of sight of all of them. Yes, I know. It sucks that you're gonna get shot at, but that's 3 Javelins and a Locust. That's actually kind of impressive. Javelin, 10F, 10N, 10N. Target you. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have, because you have the least good chance to hit. Should have shot at this one, although this one's in cover, so that would make it obviously not ideal. Alright, Mobile HQ is almost there. Next turn. Give me Range Ball.
For orders.
Range Ball needs to sprint to get into range, and also to make sure that it's still, you know, marking everything. That means Readout now can move, and Readout will actually be in range of the Locust. I don't know if that's actually going to be able to do anything with it. I mean, odds are. We'll go for the precision shot. It'll give us a 60% chance to actually connect. Oh, that'll give us so much better. 10% more for a much more dangerous mech. Fire! Oh, go for the center torso.
Firing a full cell.
Okay, so 60 damage on the side. That's not ideal. But we're spreading out a whole bunch of damage all over it. And then Reach is not going to be in this fight for a while.
No shooting.
Gotta keep running the Atlas to get there. Once I can get a melee range with them, I can really start doing some serious damage to them. Javelin's gonna maneuver off to the side. Please shoot at me, not your Swiftwind Scout cars. You're probably in punching range. Maybe. 10N. Gonna start shooting the Kintaro. Hitting us quite a few times because we had almost no evasion. But we do need to start pulling this Kintaro back. But it did its job. It distracted the enemy for the 2 rounds that it needed to. Never mind, they didn't. Crap. So that's irritating. There was no reason that had to happen, but apparently the Locust one of them decided it just didn't want to do anything within his own interests. Punch him.
On my way.
Let's get in the LRM mech into point blank range and start fighting people. Obviously not ideal, but we're going to have some fun with it. Oh good, you're targeting the Kintaro. That was the goal. So you've shot my Kintaro a lot, and that should give me time to get the rest of my mechs in close. Allied turn. The mobile HQ will get on location, and now we're done. Oh, he's going to engage with his medium lasers. Nice. And stripped 2 evasion. Not bad at all. So we can work with that one. Rangeable. You're done playing babysitter at this point. Just start shooting people. Large laser on. 85, 85, 40. Give us the 85 on the Locust. Blow his head off. Not quite. I had hope. Just as punishment for what he did.
Waiting for orders.
And this one, however, I can get up nice, close and personal. You're not all that dangerous, honestly. You are a little bit more dangerous. And you're exposed.
Taking shot.
You had to shoot it. He was exposed. What did you expect?
Tango down.
We couldn't just sit there and let him continue to exist. Alrighty, we're going to be within range, kind of our AC-20s. Sure. Beautiful. Okay, lovely. That's exactly what we wanted. We've mostly destroyed it. Still has the head there, so we'll take that guy in for custody. I mean, he did shoot at an unarmed vessel. You still don't have any vehicle bays. I don't know how you loaded all those people up. I'm just saying. Dropships have specific bay types that they have in order to pick up different types of things. There's mech bays, there's aerofighter bays, which the Leopard has 4 mech bays and 2 aerofighter bays, except on one of the most common variants, which has replaces those 2 aerofighter bays to have 2 more mech bays to allow it to carry 6. Which ours clearly does. Ow, you're hurting me quite a lot. I'm not happy with this. We're going to punish you quite severely for that. And are you done? Can I come to me? Thank you.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, River, you're going to basically turn around and I mean, I could shoot at you, but I'm going to shoot at you. Why are you so much harder to hit? Oh, because you're within my minimum range. Never mind then. Yeah, we're going to shoot at here, buddy. Just start flooding him with missiles. It's only 25 of them. So we're doing about 100 damage with our LMs, which is not ideal, but the idea was that we would use it to kind of go for head caps. And it didn't quite work out that way. So we'll probably modify it to be your standard Kintaro. Hi, I'm behind you. And he's missing an arm, which is obviously not ideal when you're behind somebody. And we've weakened both of his back armors. So Readout should be able to just waltz on up here and could punch him, but I'm just gonna kind of go for the guarantee here. Hi, ooh, heat vent, please. And fire. There we go. Putting out enough fire to just annihilate it. No more worry about a javelin. And Reach, if you just want to be the coolest of all cool dudes and just completely blow this guy apart, that would be ideal. Go side torso. Beautiful. Lovely on every level. Alright, so we've wiped out the entirety of the enemy. It is unfortunate that we lost the single scout one scout car because the one Locust decided it didn't want to play ball. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Not terrible, not great, and we weren't taking it for money anyway, so it's not like it's going to be that big of a detriment to us. 76,670 C-bills, and then the Kintaro is dented, but we're not going to be here on this planet. The Atlas just cleaning up. We're not going to be on this planet any longer. Give me the Hatchman part, because it's an interesting part. I'm not going to take the Locust part. I hate Locusts. I don't hate them, but I've grown tired of them. Any special gear here? No. Even though there was a Hatchman on the field, nothing special. Well, honestly, we'll grab the AC-10, I suppose, and then we can just grab mech parts. It's not ideal, but it's what we've got to work with. It's all super common gear, too. So, me, give me this one. Hey, we got all of the mech parts anyway. Didn't get an AC-2, which is good, because you don't want AC-2s bothering you. AC-2s are terrible. They're just not very good weapon systems because they're super heavy and they don't do much damage, although they do more damage than they're supposed to. If we were to translate tabletop into game, they would be doing significantly less damage. And AC2 does, as you may have guessed it, 2 damage. And AC20 does 20 damage. This is tabletop values. So 1/10 the damage is what the AC2 should be doing. So instead of 25, it should be doing times 10. So yeah, significantly less than the 100 damage. It should be doing 10 damage instead of 25 if we want to equate tabletop values over into this game. So AC2 suck. Even with the enhanced capabilities that they've received, thanks very much to the fact that developers recognizing that AC2s totally suck, they're still not all that useful. Although, you know, if you want to be just completely lousy, you can go on your own and make an entire AC2 run, and that can work because you can modify things and do what you need to do with mechs. One more mission should get you there. Lovely. No. Ooh, you're actually leveled up. Lovely. This will give you an indirect file penalty. This will give you health. This will give you your evasions or your sprint bonus, and this will give you shooting. Get a sprint bonus. It's helpful. Alrighty, now that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.